Hi there, my name is Harriet, and this is a gentle yoga asana class meant for people in reasonable health with reasonable mobility. So the word asana is the word that refers to the physical movements and postures of yoga, okay? So I'll just show you some props that you might need, and then I suggest gathering them from around your house. So I have here a yoga block. If you don't have one, you can use a book or a couple of books that you may want to stack. I have a folded blanket. So this one is a cotton blanket, so it's quite thin. If you have a wool or thicker blanket, that's fine. I have here a rolled hand towel. I have just a scarf, and I also have a bolster. Not everybody has one of these, so just collect a cushion or two from your sofa or wherever you have them. And I am sitting on a couple of flat cushions that I've stacked. You may want to get yourself another blanket that you can fold, okay? So just take this opportunity to go and collect those items. So I'm going to talk about sitting. So as you can see, I'm sitting on a couple of flat cushions that I have stacked. So if you don't have flat cushions, you can use a folded up blanket. It is really important when we're sitting that the hips are higher than the knees. And what this does is it allows the spine to keep its natural curves, and for there to be no kind of tension or gripping in the back or the abdominal muscles. So when we're sitting, there's no effort. It's effortless sitting, okay? So for some people, you may want to stack blankets or blocks if you have them. Now, if the knees are still off the floor and there's pulling in the hips, you can put blankets or cushions or blocks under your knees to take that pulling sensation and discomfort out of the hips, so that the whole body feels at ease and supported. Okay? So once you've found your comfortable sitting position, we'll begin. Okay. So let's begin either by closing the eyes, or if you prefer to have the eyes open, just take a soft gaze. Pick a point on the floor that's in line with the navel, and let the eyes be half closed. So it's a soft looking. And bring your awareness to how your body feels in this moment, without pushing any of those sensations away, just taking an imprint of the state of the body right now. And bring your awareness to the breath, just noticing how and where the breath moves. And bring your awareness to your thoughts, the state of mind. Okay. So let's begin with movement. And we're going to begin with a yawn and a stretch. Oh, so you stretch in whatever way, feels good for you right now. Allow the body to guide you. Oh, and if you need to make sound, make sound. The body really responds to making sound. Okay. So what we've done here is we're giving ourselves an understanding through the yawning stretch of the quality of stretch that we're aiming for when we practice yoga asanas. Okay, there's kind of a deliciousness in the stretch, right? There's great pleasure in it, rather than a forced stretch. I must do this, I should do, right? Where we can kind of go too far and tense. What we want is the life energy to infuse the stretch, okay? So, let's begin by lying down. We're going to lie down on our backs. So I'm just going to move some things out of the way here. So finding a comfortable position on your back. Now, for some of you, having the legs straight out is going to be comfortable, but if you have some back issues, or wherever, hip, wherever, you may want to have the knees bent and the feet on the floor. So whatever position works in your body today. So from here, from your starting position, lift the right leg up. You're going to bend the knee and you're going to place the hands either over the knee, wrap around the thigh, or if this doesn't work for you, this is where your scarf will come in. And you can take your scarf and put it between your calf and your thigh and holding onto the scarf. And you can wrap the scarf around your hands, okay? So from here, we start with the elbows outstretched, the straight arms, and we take an inhale. So moving with the breath, we exhale, bringing the knee closer to the chest. Taking the full inhale to take the knee away from the chest, and exhale, knee to chest. Exhale, knee to chest. Okay, so from here, inhale the heel up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, lower that heel, knee to chest. Inhale, reaching up with the heel, and exhale, knee to chest. And again, inhale, up, and exhale, down, knee to chest. So this time we're going to inhale up, stay here, and just take some nice ankle rotations. Moving the toes in one direction and the other direction. And pointing and flexing the toes. And exhaling, either foot back down to the floor or lengthening the leg on the floor. So just take a moment and feel the difference in that leg and hip compared to the other one. Okay, so let's do the other side. You can feel the urge of the body wanting to create balance. So let's do that. So taking the left leg off the floor, starting with the straight elbows. Inhale and exhale, knee to chest.
inhale, taking the knee away from the chest, and exhale, close to the chest. Inhale, knee away. Exhale, knee to chest. And this time we inhale the heel up towards the ceiling, and exhale, bend the knee, knee to chest. Inhale the heel up, and exhale, bend. Now you're doing these movements with your breath, not mine. Inhale up, and exhale. My breath may be longer or shorter, and that may not be comfortable for you. So this is important to follow your breath. So the heel is up now. We're going to do some ankle circles. If you notice some holding in your other leg, just see if you can release that holding. Okay, and the other direction with the ankle circles. And pointing and flexing. Keep breathing. And let's exhale and bring that foot or leg back down to the floor. Okay, so let's do both legs now. So bringing both feet off the floor. Again, you can use your scarf. You can have your hands around the thighs or on the knees. So let's start with the knees to chest, which is an exhale. We're going to inhale, taking the heels up towards the ceiling. Exhale. Inhale, the legs up. Exhale. And inhale up. And exhale. Let's do one more time. Following your breath. Okay. And feet to the floor. Okay, and take a breath. And so we're going to now roll over to lie on the stomach. So I'm on a carpeted floor, which makes it quite soft. You may, if you're on a wood floor, you may need to get one of your blankets here to put under your hips to just give your hips a bit of softness. Okay, so rolling over onto the front body and resting the forehead on the hands, which are folded one on top of the other. Now, find a comfortable position here. Make yourselves comfortable. Now, if you have back issues, you're going to want to widen the distance between the feet. Okay? So, just here, just tune into the flow of the breath in the body in this position. You may become aware of the breath expanding the back and the sides of the rib cage in this position. So we're going to bring the hands down, palms down by the hips, and you can turn the head, so letting the cheek rest on the floor. Now again here, if that's not quite comfortable in your body, you can just fold a towel, have a towel beneath the cheek here, okay? And what we're going to do, so I'm looking right, I'm going to, on the inhale, raise my right leg. So I'm raising it and sending it back at the same time. I'm stretching as I'm raising my head and shoulders and chest off the floor. Nose is pointing down. And exhale, turning the head the other direction as I place the foot back on the floor. So left leg now. So left leg stretches back and raises at the same time. I raise my upper body and head off the floor. And exhale. Turn the head, place that foot down. So coordinate these movements with your breath. So right side, foot back and up, head turns to look down, stretch through the crown, and exhale down to the floor, turning the head. Left foot stretches back as we turn the head to look down, stretch through the crown. This is the inhale, and exhale down, turning the head. One more time each side with your breath. Okay, beautiful. So, just finish the way we began by placing the one hand on the other and resting the forehead here. Take a couple of breaths. Okay, so we are going to push back into tabletop position. So before we go into this movement, I'm just going to demonstrate how you might use some of your props here. So for those of you with stiffness in the ankles or ankle injury, you can take your rolled towel and place it under your ankles. If sitting in this extreme bend in the knees doesn't work for you, you can take your cushion or your bolster and raise yourself up so there's less pressure in the knees and hips. And because we're going to be going into a forehead down position, if your forehead doesn't come down to the floor in a comfortable way, this is where you can use a folded blanket or a block that will be placed underneath your forehead. Okay? So just find the props that you're going to need and we'll go into this movement. So we begin on hands and knees in what's called tabletop position. So the knees are beneath the hips. Now, if your wrists and hands are healthy, you're going to have the hands beneath the shoulders and the fingers are spread wide on each hand. The middle fingers are parallel. The elbows are soft. So there's a slight bend in the elbows. Now, if for some reason this doesn't work in your hands, for instance, I have a wrist injury, so I'm going to make fists. So what we're going to do here is on the inhale, just slightly lower the belly, raise the head to look up slightly. So that's the inhale. The exhale, we're going to push back, bringing the hips down towards the heels and the forehead down towards the floor. Take the length of the inhale to come up and exhale down. So 4 more times coordinating this movement with your breath. Take a breath the next time your head is down. And from here, we're going to sweep the arms back by the heels. And on the next inhalation, taking the length of the breath to stand on the knees as we sweep the arms like wings up overhead. If it works in your neck, you can look up at the hands. If not, look straight ahead. Exhale all the way back down. 2 more times. Inhaling and exhaling, arms sweeping out to the sides, flying down. And again, inhaling and exhaling all the way down. And from here you can push yourself up into a kneeling position. Let's come back up onto the knees. So you don't have to move your position. I'm just moving to show you this next stretch, which is a gentle side stretch. So taking the right arm, sweeping it out to the side. This is the inhale breath. And reaching up towards the ceiling and exhaling down. Left side. And reach up and exhale down. Right. Reach and exhale down. You may notice the tissues opening to you each time you do this. It feels just a little bit different. And exhale. And one more time each side. Inhale. Reach up and exhale. Left side. And exhale. Okay. So we're going to go into a gentle twist. So I'm going to show you 3 different arm positions. So the first is with the arms down, and what we'll do is take an inhale. On the exhale, move the left hand to the right hip, the right hand to the left buttock, and the head follows. Inhale, release the hands. Exhale, right hand to the left hip, left hand to the right buttock, and follow with the head. And inhale, release the hands. So the next position, if it works for you, is you can have the arms just out to the sides, the elbows are bent. Inhale, exhale, sweeping the arms down as we come into the twist. Inhale, up and out. And exhale, twist the hands down. And inhale, open the arms up and out. So if it works in your body, you can have the arms reaching up and exhaling the arms down into the twist. Inhaling up, exhaling down into the twist. Inhaling up. So why don't you find whichever position works best for you and take a few more twists. So as we go into the twist, we're exhaling. As we unwind, we inhale. Exhale into the twist. Inhale as we unwind, moving with the flow of your breath. One more time each side. And exhale the arms down. Okay. So let's come back into a lying down position. We are going to lie on our backs. And here we're going to put a couple of movements together. So we're going to take the feet off the floor. So the knees are into the chest. And the movement is, on the inhalation, we raise the arms up overhead, the feet up at the same time. Now, for many people, this upward over movement isn't accessible, so it's fine to have the arms out to the side. The important thing here is that the whole arm is relaxed. So just find the comfortable place that works for you. So once we're here, we can exhale the knees into the chest. Now, in your body, it may be one leg at a time. So it may be one leg up on the inhale as the arms come out, and exhale, knee to chest. Okay, so doing that 3 times on one side, 3 times on the other side. So whichever way works best for you, inhaling, reaching up and open, and exhaling, knees to chest. Inhaling, reaching up and open, exhale, knees to chest. So 4 more times doing this movement with your breath. Okay, and when you're ready, bringing the feet to the floor. Okay, so now if your neck and shoulders are feeling healthy, this next one, so for this one, we're lying down on our back. Now, if you have neck or shoulder injuries, you may not want to do this asana. So just sit this one out. So the feet are hip width apart and the hands are palms down by the hips. Whether they're closer to or further away from the hips is up to you, whatever feels good in your body. So the nose is pointing up towards the ceiling. And just connect with the breath. On an inhalation, you're going to just roll the pelvis back, so in a pelvic tilt, but continue lifting the hips towards the ceiling. So we're rolling up the spine. And then exhale, roll back down the spine, bringing the buttocks to the floor again. So let's do that again with the breath. Inhaling up. Exhaling, rolling down. Again. Now, this time when we inhale up, you can decide to stay here and breathe. If this doesn't work in your body, just continue the flow. Last time, and exhaling, rolling the spine back down. And now we're going to take the feet off the floor, hands to the knees, thighs, or you can use your scarf here. Straight elbows, knees are away from the chest. That's an inhale, and exhale. Let's do some knees to chest. Inhale, away. Straight elbows, exhale, knees to chest. And a few more of these with your breath. Okay, let's bring the feet down. Now, we're going to do a knee down twist. So we may want to gather together some of our props. So whether you use your bolster, your cushions, your blocks, or blankets. So when we go into this pose, you'll know how high to make your stack if the opposite shoulder blade comes off the floor when we go into the twist. If that's the case, then you need to make the height of your cushions or props a bit higher. So we have the arms out in T position. Whether you have the palms up or down is up to you. Got a heater here. So there are also 2 leg positions. So you can do this with the feet on the floor. And inhale as the knees go down. Exhale, knees up. Inhale, knees down. Exhale, knees up. Now, if you have back issues, you may want to try exhaling as you take the knees down and inhaling up. Okay? The other way is to have the knees bent and the feet off the floor, and we inhale into this knee down twist. So it's an inhale motion because we are stretching the side body open. So it's an opening movement. And then we exhale, knees up. Inhale to the other side. Find your comfort place. And exhale, knees back up. Now you may need to adjust your stacks on either side of your knees. So what would be the experience is that if this shoulder is pulling up off the floor, then I know I need to stack more, have more height under my knees here. Okay, so the arms are along the floor and you've made your adjustments, and let's do just a couple of flows in each direction. And checking that everything feels comfortable. And once it does, we go into a stay position. Now, for your head and neck, if it's comfortable for you, you can roll your head to be in the opposite direction from the knees. Now, if that's too much of a stretch in your neck and shoulders, again, you can do a flow movement. So you're rolling the head out to the side on the inhale, exhale, nose up towards the ceiling, and inhale. And just taking those movements as you need. Okay, if it works for you, you can just take a stay position. And check in the body. Is there any other place in the body, or even in the mind, that right now you can release? Release any holding. Finding this delicious, enjoyable stretch. On the next exhale, roll the head back to neutral, the knees back to neutral. Take a breath here. And on your next inhale, knees down to the other side. And if it works for you, roll that head open to the opposite direction. Again, you may choose to roll the head back and forth to help ease any neck or shoulder issues, or you can just keep the head looking straight up. Again, tune into the breath, how it flows in the body. And if you come across any point that is tight or holding, just allow the breath to help release, relax any holding. And on your next exhale, roll the head back to center, the knees back to center, and take the hands to the knees or the thighs, or you may want to get your scarf around the thighs here, and we're just going to do a few more knees to chest. So starting with straight arms, that's the inhalation, and exhale, bring the knees closer to the chest. And we'll do a few of these. So flow with your breath. Think of the exhale as squeezing out the breath, and the inhale making room for the breath. Okay? Bring the feet to the floor. So roll over onto one side and use your hands to push yourself back up into a seated position. So we are going to come into a kneeling position now. So again, if you need to put that rolled towel beneath your ankles, your bolster or cushions beneath your buttocks, to give your knees a bit more space and openness, and then set up your block and or blanket for your forehead, for that forehead down position. Okay, so we are going to be doing a tabletop position and a head down position again. So making some space out to the sides. So we start in this position and the hands rest on the thighs, neutral spine, and just looking straight ahead, connecting with the breath. On the inhale, we stand on the knees and raise the hands up towards the ceiling. On the exhalation, it's as though we have wings and we fly the hands down to the floor by the ankles as we bring the forehead down to rest, and the buttocks resting on the heels. We inhale. It's as though we're drawing a circle around us on the floor to overhead, fingers outstretched, or fists, and then inhale. Oh, sorry, we exhale here as well. And then inhale up into tabletop. We exhale back down, and inhale all the way up, standing on the knees, and exhale, bringing the hands back down to the thighs. Let's do that again. Inhale, standing on the knees. Exhale, flying the arms down to the ankles, forehead to the floor, buttocks to the heels. Inhale, draw that circle around the body overhead, and exhale here. Inhale, coming up onto all fours. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, standing and up on the knees, reaching up. Exhale, sitting back down, hands to the lap. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, reaching up, standing on the knees. Exhale, the wings down by the ankles, forehead to the floor. Inhale, draw that circle on the floor, arms overhead, spread the fingers, exhale here. Relax the arms down to the floor. Take the hand position, inhale up onto all fours, and exhale, push back. Inhale, stand it up, reach up. Exhale, sit back down. Inhale, standing, reaching. Exhale, sweeping the arms down, forehead down, buttocks down. Inhale, draw that circle on the floor, spread the fingers. Exhale, relax the neck, shoulders, arms. Take the hand position. Inhale, up onto all fours, keep the elbows bent. Exhale, back down. Inhale, stand on the knees, reaching up, and exhale, sit down, arms, hands to the lap. Take a breath. Okay. So, finding your comfortable seated position, take a moment and get what props you need. Finding that free spine, effortless sitting. Okay. And bring your awareness to the body. And feel the aliveness of every cell in the body. And become aware of the stillness in the body. Become aware of the flow of the breath. And become aware of the nature of thoughts, or maybe the absence of thoughts. Spacious peace. And placing the hands one on top of the other over the spiritual heart. So this is the place where you feel love and connection to others. And find one thing in your life